and this is going over how to use the custom brushes I make, because there's something that you don't have to do it, but I recommend, it's what I did, and I want to show you how to do it just to make it even better. So here we have the files. Open up the main set for the Viking artwork. Because some of y'all may not know, in addition to the custom designs I made, I also included all this. All right, now here, one thing, when you open the file, it'll auto load into your brushes panel down here, and you see these patterns. So, but just like some of my other things, grab the one you want to manipulate. So we'll grab this file, new document. Oh, didn't mean to make that many upwards. Hang on. All right, and then that ain't it. Control C, Control V, and that'll auto load into your brushes panel down here. And then you can delete that. So now, say you have like a square box, and you want to apply the pattern to it. One thing that's going to happen, you click on it, it's probably going to be really big, and that's fine. So click it, and it does that. And you're like, oh, what the hell? Go to your stroke panels, or your stroke tool panel right here. Just make it smaller. Yeah, hang on. There we go. And then whatever you're working on, I made it kind of big. I didn't mean to make it that big, but it's fine. All right, so there's that, and you got your box. One thing you can do with the corners, because if it does something weird with the corners, say you make this shape, make it smaller, make it 0.05. There we go. Sometimes it's gonna do some things like this in this corner. It's gonna be different every time you do it, probably. But one thing you do is select the node. So you select that and round it off, and you can manipulate the stroke a little bit. So you have like a Dorito with rounded edges, and it'll change the brush as you manipulate it, so you can do a bunch of different things. Also, I think adding in some nodes will make it do different things. Some good, some bad, I don't know. Either way, the main thing I wanted to show you guys is, so say you have your square. Now let's put a line around it. I'm gonna make this black. Pardon the vehicles. All right. So now that you have it where you want it. So before you prep your artwork, you want to do this. So object, expand appearance, and it'll make it not a brush anymore. Go to your Pathfinder tools, select merge. Now double click on the rope. It'll bring you to the isolation mode. Magic wand for one color. So hit the hotkey Y, or the magic wand tool, which is right here at the top left, and then select inverse, delete, and there wasn't anything there. Let's just have it. So now I want you to drag a box around all of the patterns here, or you can exit isolation mode and just click on it, either way. Now you're going to add a hairlines stroke to it, and you're not even gonna really notice it. You will when you click on it. Go up here to the weight in your stroke tool panel and make it super small, so like 0.05. You can even go smaller, 0.025. So you're not gonna see it. It makes no impact on it at all. But this, there sometimes may be some anomalies or seams that are there that, you know, I can't predict every time someone does this that it won't do it. But this way, it's so you know that you're good to go regardless. So once you have the stroke applied to it, and you can tell if you check your boxes over here, you got the red, and then you got the fill that's also red. So now let's go to Object, Expand. Okay. Now, go to your Pathfinder tool panel up here, click on Merge. Now double click on it, Magic Wand for one color, click on the red, select at the top, inverse, delete. And then weld it for good measure, reunite, double checks it. And now you won't have any issues. If you do it, you don't have any issues and whatever, but if you do run into any, do that method. And so, lady just came up to say hi. But yeah, this is like a really fun little pattern thing. Also, I did make a border list, this right here. So copy this, paste it in a new document, and it'll auto load into your swatches panel. There's only one that I made, but this is it. So then you can make your shapes, whatever. Now, if you have like your circle here, and you click on the swatch, and it doesn't, it does that. It's because your boxes aren't. You selected the fill and not the stroke, or you selected the stroke, not the fill. Sorry. So you want to make sure your left box is always over the right box to fill it, and then to boom. And then you can run through the 6-step prep or whatever you're doing. Also, I have a tutorial on how to use, I call it stacking, the stacking method, how to use stuff like this. So you can take like these guys, that's the reason why it's 2-color, go over here, stack it on top of this pattern, and then you run through the 6-step prep and do it the same way there. But basically on these brushes, I just wanted you to, I also made some that weren't brushes. So like these, you just put together kind of like these right here. These aren't brushes, but these are patterns. And I color coded it so you can see which one's the end cap, and then which one you can copy. So like say if you were to use this pattern, let's go into a new document so you're not working in your source file. So paste this in with these, remove the end cap, and then copy and paste on top, which is Control F, this one. This is the one you're going to want to manipulate. You just click the arrow buttons over to where you want it, and then grab the end cap and get that where you want it. And then that's how you can customize these to fit whatever you're working on. A little more complex. The pattern, the brushes on these, it wouldn't have been ideal. This one is why I color coded it. So the reds are the ones you're going to want to copy, and then you just go along. And the end caps it's all grouped so you can stay organized. Oh, this pattern. This one's a little tricky. I couldn't quite get it, so you have to do it this way. So say you make, I'm going to paste it in a document. It'll load into the brushes. All right. Now, say you make a line here, and then you make it that. And you notice there's a space. With this pattern, to get it to look right, I have it spaced out to where you can copy the line you just made. So Control C, and hit Control F, and then hit the arrow key over a little bit, and it'll make it flush. And so that perfect gap is what will make it there. So there's that. You just gotta play with it. You know, it's interesting stuff. I don't really know how to explain it. It's fun. That's what the brush does. Someone asked how to make these. It's there's not a perfect way to explain that, and I can't give away all the secret ingredients to my family bean footage or whatever. So there's that. And so this one also is a custom brush. This one's a little bit different than that one. Same thing. Yeah, it's so clean. But you paste it in a new document, it'll load in your brushes panel, and you can, whatever you're making or plugging away at, and you pop that in, Make it a little bit smaller. If you got some weird shit going on right here, like I said, select the node and then play around with it. If it ain't right, also one thing you could do is remove a node that may be giving you some hell, and you use hotkey A, or the white arrow is what you use to manipulate nodes. So put that there, and you can unite it, and then it's a solid object. You just gotta play around with it, and it's interesting. I didn't expect this to work like it did, but it's pretty cool. You know, your pen tool, like say if you watched my how to make templates tutorial, and so you made a template and you want to use this thing, boom boom, make it a little bit smaller, you know, whatever's going on, round off that. If the corners look like crap, just select a node and then you can manipulate it a little bit. Is it a perfect like Norse nodding and feathers and Viking? No, but this is just a tool to help you make some cool stuff without having to hand draw this stuff. One thing I will consider, y'all let me know, is if y'all like these brushes and y'all want more, I can do like a brush bundle or something in the future. They're not easy to make, so you know I'm not gonna just make it if no one's interested. But if you are, just let me know. One of you guys just emailed me. I'll get to you shortly. But yeah, this is the extra stuff that's put in there, and I also included the scrolls I did, and then yeah, there's that. Pretty cool stuff. This is one color. These are two colors for stacking. Be sure there's a playlist I have on my YouTube channel. How to do that. And so that's it. Quick and simple. I just want to show you guys how to use the brush, add a little stroke to it, expand it, run through the 6-step prep, just so you know if you having issues or to prevent any possible issues, just do that. It takes a quick 30 seconds, and that's it. Thank you guys for that have already purchased the bundle. You're awesome. This was actually, it was really fun. I want to do more. I'm gonna make some custom handles and stuff. I already got them. I just need to sand them down and paint them or stain them or something, make it look cool. It was fun. And so yeah, y'all have a good one. Toodles.